Yes. So I got a tattoo. Crazy, crazy story. I got my first tattoo at age 26. Keep in mind, it's my birthday month, right? I turned 26 on January 7th. I'm always open to do something for my birthday, but I typically don't even plan anything. I'll just be chilling. But this year, I decided to go get a tattoo. It's a permanent. It's a permanent mark on your body. So I did it. I went out and I got a tattoo. I got a tattoo. Bro, you can't remove it. It was frowned upon growing up in church. There's a Bible verse that is basically against tattoos. In Leviticus 19:28, you shall not make gashes in your flesh for the dead, or incise any marks on yourself. That is what it states in Leviticus 19:28 about tattoos in the Hebrew Bible. It was often frowned upon growing up, tattoos, not to get a tattoo. All I knew people who had tattoos, they went to church. It was all a personal choice. There it is. It's the yin yang symbol. That thing fire, huh? Damn. You gonna see me yawning every time I answer FaceTime. I'm gonna be ah what's good? Ah, that's gonna be me every time. I'm gonna be acting up, bro. Like, you know what I've noticed like with this tattoo, bro? Like, my arm has been walking with its own swag, bro. When I'm walking, like I'm like, what is it doing? My arm be walking with its own swag. I'm like, this thing acting up. Last night, I was asleep. I was dead sleep. I woke up in my phone, I looked at my phone, and my arm is a whole model now. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Who took that picture? I'm over looking at my right arm, like, who did you did this? They done edited the arm been acting crazy. But anyway, answer why I got this tattoo specifically, right? It's a yin yang symbol with the sun rays, expanding outside of it. I never really cared about tattoos. I never cared to get a tattoo like that. Like, it was never a serious thought like one day I'm gonna get a tattoo. I never cared. It was never something like, yeah, I need a tattoo one day. A time when I really did start thinking about a tattoo, or was like, if I got a tattoo, was when I watched the Divergent movie, and when bro took his pause, when bro took his shirt off, he had the tattoo on the Divergent tattoo on the back. That was fire. I was like, oh, that's cold. That'd be a fire tattoo. I always did know if I did get a tattoo, it would be something meaningful. You didn't have to tell me to get a meaningful tattoo. I'm definitely the type to get a deep tattoo, for sure. I didn't really care about tattoos until 2021. I started thinking about it more, gathering ideas. But 2024 is when I finally get a tattoo. And for all these ideas I've never really pinpointed, okay, which one I want to start with, where do I want to get it on my body. I, you know, so it wasn't super important to me. So, like, yeah, years go by. But the idea is to, like, I still want to get a tattoo. Maybe I should do it for my birthday. That's where this came from. It happened from me hanging out with my homie. She was getting a tattoo that day. I gave her a ride to get the tattoo, picked her up, walked into the shop with her, called me in, and she just introduced me to the dude in there. Boom, bada bang. I got a scheduled appointment to get a tattoo. So that's really how it happened. It wasn't like I went and started Googling and like calling tattoos. It really just kind of happened on the spontaneous, on the spontaneity. It really happened on the spontaneity of the moment. Pretty sure I said that right. It got pushed back. I was supposed to get it January 5th. I was supposed to get it right before my birthday, but bro was sick, so it got pushed back 2 weeks. Pushed back 2 weeks, so I finally was able to get the tattoo on the 19th. And yeah, it's the 21st today, so it's actually 2 days after the tattoo. I started looking in the mirror. I'm like, dang, I really got a tattoo. Like, this is a permanent mark on my skin. As my mom put it, she's like, you branded yourself. You branded yourself. So I'm like, dang, yeah. I'm thinking about that and thinking about how it's gonna grow with me throughout time. How, is the meaning going to change to me throughout time? I'm just having all these thoughts on it, right? But ultimately, I'm thinking about the religious aspect of it. Growing up, I was always frowned upon. I'm surprised I actually didn't do this beforehand, but having all these thoughts, I actually started researching tattoos and like the historical, culture of tattoos and like where these things came from. Like, what did they represent? What was our ancestors doing with tattoos? So I started to look up the history of like Native Americans and Africans of tattoos and what they symbolized in the ancestral days, before colonization and all this other stuff, right? People have been getting tattoos since the dawn of time. Tattoos, scarification through the process of cicatrization, right? So tattoos have been a thing, right? Back in the day, the meaning was different because oftentimes it was used for tribal identification. You belonging to a certain group. That's what tattoos represented, or personality traits. They're also known spiritually to ward off negative energy, like negative forces. Right? It was used as protection, an adjunct to spiritual healing. Tattoos were used for a number of reasons. Some of it was beautification as well, just as far as just the aesthetic goes, but often it was used for some type of identification, some type of personality trait, a status. That's what tattoos represented. A lot of it stopped through colonization and the Christianization of people, and they started looking at tattoos as like forbidden, demonic, and so I just wanted to get that type of information, see how I felt about it. Basically, gathering all this intel and doing the research, and thinking about the concept of tattoo. And after I've gotten the tattoo, just looking in the mirror first day, thinking about these things, right? I'm asking myself, am I going to like this tattoo years from now? Am I going to start regretting it? Am I going to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gotten a tattoo? I'm thinking, no, I don't think I'm going to feel that way. I don't think I'm going to wake up and just one day be like, damn, it's fire. I've just been looking at it throughout the day, different times. Just first thing I see when I wake up, I look at it, I'm like, it don't look any non dope. You know what I'm saying? It don't look any less dope to me. It don't look any less fire to me, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm gonna wake up when I'm 30, 40 and be like, oh no, what was I doing? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm good. I'm good. In modern day, tattoos are usually acquired for uh, aesthetic purposes, right? It looks cool. It looks nice. Some people do have a meaning behind the tattoos they get. Maybe it's a past loved one, or a reminder of a feeling at some point in time in your life, an important event, something you don't want to forget. Largely, it has been moved into a more aesthetic appeal these days. For me, I have a mixture of both, right? It's aesthetically pleasing to me, but it's also a deep meaning behind the tattoo. So the few reasons why I got a tattoo. One, it represents me in a way that it's from the aesthetic alone, right? On surface level, just the aesthetic of it, it's a dope tattoo. It resonates with me. I've always liked the yin yang symbol. So the yin yang symbol can be broken down in many aspects, in many ways, but ultimately it represents the duality of the universe. It represents the balance and the duality of the universe. Dark and light, hot and cold, on and off, negative and positive, divine masculine, divine feminine, all things coexisting in polarity since the dawn of time. You can't get away from a mixture of both. You're not just one being. We all have dark and light in us. The symbol to me serves as a reminder to find balance in life, to find balance within. The sun rays surrounding it represents the sun, of course. The sun is literally what gives Earth life. It's literally life energy. It's strong, supporting, prevailing energy overall. The sun is a confident energy. The sun, it's a masculine energy. Growing up, I wasn't the loudest in the room. I wasn't the boldest. I wasn't trying to stand out. This tattoo represents a newfound confidence in myself. It's a confidence to speak my truth, live in my truth, courage to shed light in dark places, to shed light and be a light in a world that wants you to be, like everyone else, like a cog in a machine, like a robot. Like, nah. The sun represents a divine energy as I'm growing into becoming the man I know I'm capable of being. It's a reminder of growth, things that I've learned along my way. So that's ultimately, what the tattoo represents. Getting a tattoo for me was another way of reclaiming my individuality. And in some way taking back what was once a cultural practice. Even though it's not for the same reasons, but it's just the act of doing so. Like it's not for tribe identification or anything like that or clan or whatever. It's just a representation of me. Nonetheless, it has a rebellious teenage energy to it as well. It's kind of like a fuck the system. It's a statement of not being controlled by fear. When as a kid he was told don't defile your body and don't do that. You endure temporary pain for a creative expression that lasts forever. My last reason, YOLO. But yeah, that's the reasons. Those were the reasons why I got a tattoo. I'm on day two. First day, my arm was just dead. Like this arm just, it wasn't good for nothing. Like it was just like ah, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do much with it. So this is day two. Less pain in the arm. I could do stuff. I was able to do push-ups today. You did a few pull-ups without it like being in pain. But today it feels a little itchy. It's been feeling a little itchy today. Not too crazy. But so I just wanted to share that today. You guys like and subscribe, elevating, learning, and just connecting. Right, this wasn't like a huge lesson or anything. It's really just sharing an experience of mine today. Right, it's my first tattoo, so I can't say it's gonna be my last tattoo. I can't say it's gonna be my last tattoo. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna be. What I'm saying. What's good with it? What's good with you, ma? What's good with you? Ooh, me? Ooh, me? Ooh, me? That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna be like, ooh, me? What? Ooh, me? Crazy.